Howdy Hive Scum, and welcome back to my marathon session of chopping everything from the new Necromunda book, Spire of Hive Primus, into little sections for you. Today we've got a new alliance. I thought I'd just finished my alliance series, and if you've watched all of them so far, then this one is the most up-to-date one. We have the new Palanite Justicars, which have been sent lovingly from Games Workshop. Thank you to Games Workshop. This is a plastic kit. The miniatures are fantastic. I haven't actually been able to get them out and build them yet, but I'm looking forward to painting them and perhaps doing a little bit of kit bashing and converting with them as well. But what do you think about these models? I'm unsure about the heads personally. They look like bellboys, but maybe with a couple of head swaps, weapon swaps, they're going to look really cool. Anyway, so you can see them in the back here. Palanite Justicars. I'm going to get those unboxed later on today. Anyway, these are a new alliance. Like I said, I've done an entire series on alliances, so I'm going to plot this video into that series as well. But these guys operate very, very similar to any other alliance, basically. They are a lawful alliance only. You cannot be an outlaw to ally with the Justicars. Now, the strong alliance for the Palanite Justicars is actually Palanite Enforcers. So these are the natural alliance for Enforcers, or should I say good Enforcers. If you read the lore in this book, most of the Enforcers are actually aligned with House Aranthus, but there are good Enforcers out there, and these guys are the strong alliance for them should they be lawful. So there you go. These are a lawful alliance only. The strong alliance basically means that the first time you have to test your alliance, which is something that I've gone through with the other alliance videos, it just means that you get a free pass basically, and the next few times are as normal. Now these guys have benefits and drawbacks just like any alliance. The benefits though are as follows. Cut off the head is the first one. During the post-battle sequence, if the enemy gang's leader was taken out of action, you get 2d6 times 10 credits extra added to your stash. They've also got the Justicar Court models and delegation that you can use as well. One thing that's a bit disappointing in here actually is, yes, you can use this delegation as an outcast leadership group. Unfortunately, Games Workshop have not supplied a costing for that, so you don't know how much these guys actually cost if you want to use them as outcasts. I will get in touch with Games Workshop and ask them for maybe an FAQ on that, but I wouldn't hold your breath. It could be a while till we get that. These guys come free and extra to your crew, so these guys cost you nothing, and they are their own little gang as well. If they're playing against an Aranthian aligned gang, then the Palanite Justicar delegation must be included as well. You can use these guys outside of this campaign though, if you ask me. Now in terms of drawbacks, there are always drawbacks with an alliance. The first one is the enemy within. During the post-battle sequence at the start of the wrap-up step, if the allied gang lost the battle and included the Palanite Justicar delegation, they must make an intelligence test for their leader. If the test is failed, then a random fighter from the allied gang goes into recovery as the Palanite Justicars question them for information on local recidivists. We then have the judgment of the Justicars. If the gang's alliance with the Justicar courts is broken as a result of testing the alliance, then the gang immediately becomes an outlaw gang. Pretty harsh. So you will become an outlaw if your alliance is broken with these guys. But really not the worst drawbacks otherwise, I don't think. No sort of monetary drawbacks really there, and no really horrendous stuff like just losing gangers left, right and centre. Now the Justicar delegation itself is 5 fighters. What you get here is 1 magistrate who is the leader and comes with all the leader rules. We get the executioner, which is the guy with the axe, flipping awesome model, and we get 3 bailiffs as well. The stats are as follows. The magistrate is only movement 4, by the way, so actually quite similar to some of the other alliances. And I'm kind of appreciate that Games Workshop didn't just make these guys just flatly better than all the other alliances. Their stats are okay. We've got weapon skill 3+, ballistic skill 3+, strength and toughness 3, 2 wounds, 4+ initiative, and only 1 attack on the leader. They are 7+, 7+, 6+, 7+ on mental stats as well. So not amazing, really, for a leader. 2 wounds, but only 1 attack, and otherwise pretty average on the stats there. The Executioner, which is the champion, comes with movement 4, weapon skill 3+, and ballistic skill 4+, strength toughness 3, only 1 wound, 4+ initiative, and only 1 attack, with 7+, 7+, 7+, 7+ on all the mental stats as well. Then you have the Bailiff. 3 of these guys, they are movement 5s, they're a little bit swifter. They have 4+ weapon skill, 5+ ballistic skill, which is pretty terrible, strength toughness 3, wounds 1, initiative 3+, which is slightly better, attacks 1, and 8+, 7+, 7+, 8+ on the mental stats there as well. Now the special rules for these guys are as follows. Summary Judgment is the first one. If the Executioner takes out an enemy fighter out of action with a coup de grace, then any bailiffs within 3 inches may immediately perform a free shoot action without using an activation marker. Pretty cool if they're all grouped together, but 3 inches is pretty difficult to do. They also have the Abanda part and Here to Help as well, meaning that if they go out of action, they are only out cold. And also, it means that if the leadership group or if the magistrate in this group goes out of action, these guys count as bottling as well. Now, the magistrate is the leader, and they have the leading by example 12-inch bubble as well as group activation 2. That only extends to this alliance, and this is the same with all alliances, in fact. The Executioner counts as a champion, has the 6-inch range on his leading by example, and he can group activate with one of these guys as well. Bailiffs have Bodyguard and Indentured Fighter as special rules. Bodyguard, basically, if the magistrate is within 2 inches of one of these guys, you can transfer the effect of a hit onto him. Pretty cool. And Indentures Fighters is what I said earlier, which is basically they count as bottling if the leader goes out of action. In terms of equipment and skills, the magistrate is armed with a bolt pistol and gavel, which is a new weapon. It is the hammer that he has in his hand there. And he comes with mesh armor and an undersuit. So 4+ armor is pretty damn good there, I have to say. Magnicals and slaved sensor skulls, which are also new. We'll talk about those in a minute. The Executioner is armed with the Executioner's Axe, also a new piece of kit. He comes with a stub gun and is also having mesh armor, magnicals, and an armored undersuit. So again, really good save on these guys with 4+ armor. The Bailiffs, however, are slightly different. They're armed with either a shock pistol and heavy club, or a shotgun with solid and scatter, or a Foreman pattern man-catcher. All Bailiffs are equipped with flak armor and an armored undersuit. So they've got a 5+ save, going to 4+ in blast as well. Pretty decent. Magnicals and photon flash grenades. Really nice to have those there as well. The Magistrate has Crushing Blow and Nerves of Steel, which is brilliant. 7+, cool. It's not the best, but Nerves of Steel out of the gate is excellent. The Executioner comes with Fearsome and Unstoppable, and all 3 Bailiffs have Disarm as well. So they're pretty tooled up, but their stats are pretty underwhelming, to be fair, especially when they're supposed to be more elite than Palanite Enforcers. Now for their unique weapons, we have the Shock Pistol, which is slightly different to the one you get for the Nomads. Actually, it's 4-inch short range, 8-inch long range with +1 to hit at short range. It's strength 3, -1 AP, 1 damage, 5+ ammo, and Incapacitate and Shock, which is a new trait, by the way, Incapacitate. We'll go and look at that in a second. You then got the Executioner's Axe here as well. It is a versatile range, this one. Strength +2, -3 AP, 2 damage, sever, versatile, unwieldy. So a really, really nasty weapon there. -3 AP, so similar to a power pick with damage 2 and sever. That is flipping nasty, especially with 2-inch range on it. Makes the Executioner's move of 4 actually pretty okay, because you've got that extra threat range from the versatile weapon. The Foreman pattern man-catcher, the thing that you used to get on the Packmasters in Skaven in old Warhammer, is a 2-inch versatile weapon as well. Strength as user, -1 AP and only 1 damage, but it has Incapacitate and Shock as well. So pretty nasty here when I go through what Incapacitate does. The Gavel is unique to the head guy in this group as well, and it is a strength as user, -1 AP and 2 damage. So a bit like a Maul, really, but with better AP, but it also has concussion and power. So it is a really decent weapon there. Those are all the new and sort of shiny bits of war gear that you get for the new crew. Other than that, though, let's go and have a look at the new weapon trait, Incapacitate. Now, Incapacitate, the new weapon trait, which is only on these guys, by the way, reads as follows. So when a fighter is hit by a weapon with this trait, they must make an initiative test. If the test is failed, then they gain the incapacitated condition. While the fighter is subject to the incapacitated condition, they are unable to voluntarily move and suffer a -1 modifier to all hit rolls for both shooting and close combat. At the end of their activation, a fighter subject to the incapacitated condition may make a strength check. If the check is passed, they lose the incapacitated condition, otherwise they retain it. It's pretty damn good, and it's different to anything else. You know, combine that with your Magnicals, these guys can be really, really naughty. The Man-Catcher has this. It also has Shock as well, so lots and lots of cool stuff that you can do with Incapacitate there. Anyway, those are the Palanite Justicars, a really cool alliance that you can use in your games of Necromunda, and far more easy to get hold of, seeing as these guys are actually in plastic. And I think lots of people are going to go out, not necessarily table these guys in Necromunda, but I can see a lot of people, myself included, getting these and kit bashing them, or even making them a group, leadership group in an outcast gang. So I will get onto Games Workshop and I'll ask them for the cost of this delegation as well, just so that we can actually start doing that. But in the meantime, please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video real soon. Peace out.